this is RuVik Education, and today we'll be beginning with Lektion 5, Lesson 5, Mein Haus, which means my house. Let's first discuss the title. The title simply means my house. Mein house. House is das house. The article of house is das. Okay? Why are we using mine and not minor? The reason is because the article of house is das. This means it is neutral. And for neutral words, we use ein. This is the table that we follow over here on the screen. This table. Okay, so now let us read what the dialogues are on the screen. Okay, so here the boy says, "Hello, Peter," and the girl says, "Hello, Paula." Actually, I think this is a misprint in the book. It should be the opposite. "Hello, Paula," he should be saying, and she should be saying, "Hello, Peter," right? They're greeting to one another. So then Peter says, "Ich wohne" in civil lines. Wo wohnst du? Let's break this down and understand this. He is saying "Ich wohne." Ich means I, as we have learned. Wohne. What is wohne? Okay, wohne means to live. Okay, the verb. This is a verb. The proper verb for wohne is wohnen. Okay, instead of understanding the particular word wohne, let's understand wohnen. Wohnen means to live. Since you live in your house, right? If you remember, in the last chapter, we had learnt about a table. Remember this table? We learnt about ich, du, sie, sie, es, wir, ihr, sie, or sie, and what they mean. Like ich means I, du means you, sie means you, but it's formal. You use it with elders. Means he, sie means she, es means it, wir means we, ihr means you all. It is informal. Z with a capital S is you all, kind of like formally, and Z with a small s is they. We also learned how to differentiate. Let's just recap really quickly. If we are having the different sentences, for example, it is based on the context. That is what we learned last time. But today I'll be telling you the way we'll be actually differentiating between Z, and Z. We basically look at the conjugation or conjunction. So, to sum it up, today we'll be learning about verb conjugation. What is verb conjugation? So, let's take a verb. Let's say wohnen. Wohnen means to live. So, take a look at this table. This table is basically the extended form of this table in your book. Whenever you're saying I live somewhere, okay? So you will say ich wohne. You will simply remove the N from wohnen, okay? Let's say you're saying you live, okay? I live is ich wohne. You live is du wohnst. You simply add AST, not AST, I'm saying ST. You simply add ST. If you are saying he lives, she lives, it lives, then you will simply make it won't. Like you added T over here. Are you understanding? This is a table that you have to learn, okay? This goes the same way in most of the verbs except irregular verbs, which we'll come to later. So, most of the regular verbs move according to this table. But we'll learn about wohnen first. Whenever you're talking about wir, like we live, then you simply take wohnen and put wohnen as it is over here. If you're talking about ihr, like you all, then you'll use wohnet. Remember, basically, RZS is won't, simply add a E over here. So it will become wohnet. And when you're talking about Z with a capital S or Z with a small s, then you simply have to write this main verb which is wohnen, like wear. Wear and ZZ, it's same. So now if someone asks you that how will you differentiate between capital Z, small z and Z in a sentence, then what will you say? Simply, if it will be Z won't, right? Without the E in between, then you will say this means she. If it says capital S, Z wohnen, then it means they. Sorry, it means you all, formal. And if it's small s, Z wohnen, then it is, we just learned it, they. If you do not understand this, please watch this again because this is the basic structure for most of the words and you have to learn this table. If you don't understand what is the basic structure, the basic structure is nothing but whatever your base word is. Over here, it is wohnen. Base verb is your wohnen. Okay? Whenever it is with ish, the conjugation, you'll simply remove the last word and make a wohner. Okay. Next you have do. You'll simply add st. If it is er, z or s, then you will simply add a t over here. Okay, you'll remove the en, you'll add a t. When it is with wir, you simply have to copy the whole thing again. If it is with er, then you have to add et. And if it's with z or z, then it's wohnen. We'll do an exercise on this. This is a very crucial topic and you must learn this table. I'm repeating it again and again. There's no shortcut, but yes, you can remember it with few tricks and tips, which we will discuss shortly once in a video. Okay, back to the book. So over here we have Ishwohana. Now you know what it means and why we are writing Ishwohana. In civil lines. What does this mean? I live in civil lines. And next it says, wo won't do. Wo, what does wo mean? Wo means where. And in the previous chapter we learnt about where. Where means who. Wo means where in German. So you can remember it in this fun way that in German, whenever there's wo, which sounds like who, it is where. It is the opposite, right? And whenever it is where, it sounds like where, but it is who. So you can remember it in this way, a little juggling up. So he's basically asking, where do you live? Now you can see over here, since he's asking with do, wo wants do. He's not saying wo wanna do. No, he's asking wo wants do. Why did he add st? Because there is do over here. So let's see what she's saying. She is saying, Ich wohne in Harinagar. I live in Harinagar. Das ist mein Haus. So we have learned about this in the previous chapter. Das ist mein Haus. That is my house. Let's take a look at mine house. Mine house. What are these? These are rooms. So many rooms. What do you call a room? We call room as simmer. Over here you can see simmer. Z, don't say zimmer, it's simmer. Simmer. What is the article? The article of simmer is das. Article of simmer is das. So das simmer. Let's take a look at her house. So over here we can see she is painting in the first room. She is painting over here. They're doing something, maybe stitching, I guess. I can't see. Maybe yoga. Basically, you can see children are over here. They are doing their things. So, what would it be? It's a children's room. So, what do we say children in German? We say Kinder. Kinder is children. Do you know the chocolate Kinder Joy? Yeah, Kinder Joy is children's joy because Kinder means children. So, Kinder Simmer. What is this? Children's room. Kinder Simmer. The article ein Kinder Simmer. Why ein? Because see, simmer is neutral because it is das. The article of simmer is das, so it is neutral. What see what we're doing here is we're joining two words and making one word, right? So whatever the latter word is, the article of that is usually used. If you don't understand this, leave it. It is basically ein Kinderzimmer, a children's room. Let's take a look over here. Here we can see a girl and she's next to a bathtub. So of course it's the bathroom. It's called ein Bad. Ein Bad. Next we can see here she's on a bed. Looks like a bedroom to me. So we know room will remain the same. Simmer will be there. It's a sleeping room. What do we do in a bedroom? We sleep, right? So since we sleep in a bedroom, the word for sleep in German is schlaf. Schlafen. Okay, it's schlafen. But since you're joining two words, it's Schlafzimmer, sleep room. Ein Schlafzimmer. Schlafzimmer, sleeping room, which is your bedroom. Next, you can see she's cooking something. So that should be the kitchen. So kitchen is Küche. You can remember this like cooking. You do cooking in the kitchen, right? So cooking, Küche, you can remember it like that. Eine Küche. So this is, the article is die. Remember, because it's eine, not ein. Next, we can see over here she's eating something. So since she is eating something, it's probably the dining room. Dining is basically to eat. So we can say eating room. What does eat? What do we call eat in German? We say essen. Okay. So since you're joining two words, it's s. S simmer. Eat room. Ein s simmer. Ein eating room. Then we have over here. She is simply chilling, doing her stuff. What? She's not exactly doing something, but that's something we do in our living room. In our living room. Living room, we just learned the word for living, right? Was it wohnen? Right, it was wohnen. Since it was wohnen, it is Wohnzimmer. Ein Wohnzimmer. So that was your first page of this chapter. Super simple, super easy. If you don't understand, do watch the video again to get and grasp this concept. And if you have any doubts, do comment down them below. So that's it for this video. See you all next time and bye.